So there's always a learning curve. So if you guys are feeling right now a little bit confused or lost, or you don't know where to start, then you got to go back to the beginning. So question, do you give them free service for a month, basically? Like, not free, but you're going to charge them at the end if it all works out? And what happens if it doesn't work out?
If it doesn't work out, it's like, we did our best. I like to keep that integrity, and it makes me sleep so well at night because we tried 4 or 5 approaches, we couldn't do it. And then, there's always competition and people coming in and bidding and stuff. So then you're like, okay, well, try this guy. But in your heart of hearts that you did your best. And,
I love that. I love that. That's something that I tell you that I highly recommend for anybody struggling financially, that is looking to generate extra income. There is so much opportunity right now. People lined up that want to be a part of this social media tsunami, that they want to be a part of this internet era, and they don't know how. So somebody like Sergio, that is a brilliant strategy, Sergio. Like I would even highly recommend anybody that doesn't have the budget to start with an agency like us, or let's say, for example, a Gary Vee, VaynerMedia, Experience. I mean, these guys, they start at $25,000, $100,000 a month. Most businesses cannot do that. They cannot afford those retainers. In my case, I can tell you that our retainers are also not something that people can easily start with. So if you go down the route, I myself, because of all the heavy cost of operation, cannot do what Sergio is doing right now. But that's the way that you start. That's the way that you want to prove your value. You go in there and you say, I'll work. You don't have to pay me. We're going to figure out your market. We're going to figure out we're going to make it work. And then at the end of the month, I will charge you. All right. So that is brilliant. And I love that as a good takeaway for any of you guys here that are looking to generate a boost in income. All you got to do is do what Sergio is doing, which is he has worked on his own value by improving his own skill. You increase your own skill, your worth goes up. You're able to go to somebody's table and tell them, look, I'm not going to cost a lot of money. I want to prove myself. I want to do this for you. I think you have a good market. I think you have a good product and a service. I want to help you. I can bring you leads. I can bring you sales. Give me 30 days, and all you got to do is invest a little bit of money on advertising, and that has to come from you. You give me that, we'll go out there together. There's not much to lose and a lot to gain. Is that more or less the approach, Sergio, that you're taking with people?
Yes, but even with big people, I do have enough reserves in the till to be able to, I have a small team of 4, so I just put it into my hours for my people, and it's a risk that I'm willing to take because we have a very good rate. I mean, about 80% we figure out. I call it figuring out the puzzle, right? Like figuring out the piece of the right cost per acquisition, of the right product and the right market fit and the right content, because sometimes it's hard to get the content out of the client. So I already have like 3 or 4 video crews that I refer, and I direct them whenever we need content, because I like, for example, to get content to go and interview somebody and get 10, 20, 30 questions, and then make square type videos with a headline with a question. And those are working really, really well. And we use them for everything from ads and all that, because not a lot of people are savvy or willing to create the amount of content that you and I would be willing to do.
Okay, so let's break that down. I think that's a really good point and a great idea. So when you have a client, you basically create a list of questions, you go to the client and you interview the client and you ask all these questions on camera and you have them just communicate about the question. And then you grab that content and you split it into separate sections, and then you have top of the funnel content that you can use for lead generation or whatever. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, that's a great strategy, guys, even for you, because I know a lot of you guys that are here listening in, a lot of you guys are not agency owners like me and Sergio. A lot of you guys are marketers that you're trying to figure out marketing for your own business, and you're trying to create a content system and a content routine. What a great idea that is. You grab a camera, you have a series of questions that you know that you're passionate about, that you could answer easily, that you talk about it in your breakfast, in your sleep, all throughout your day, and you don't get tired. You record yourself with good audio. Make sure you have good audio. I mean, it's incredible. I can tell you one thing about these devices right now. They have incredible microphone right now. If you have a good room and you don't have people interrupting you, you can sit down and record great content with great quality audio and great graphics. And that's going to be enough for you guys to get some attention at the top of the funnel to generate leads. So that's a great point right there. Sergio, when you are putting these clips out there and you're advertising, putting some energy behind it, what is your end goal? When you say they're working really well, what's happening with these video clips that you're creating with your clients?
Most of the things are top of funnel. Most of the things that I do are top of funnel. I'm not doing a lot of pages or down the funnel, just lead generation. Or
top of the funnel, a little video, and then you ask for their information, and then you get the lead.
Correct. Yeah, the case depending. Some even, like the funeral lady, she does direct to messenger and a little bot, and that's it. Because some of the clients, they just, it's hard to get CRMs and all that stuff, and it just goes way out of cost. So you gotta get I do, and I try to get the fastest path. Lead forms too, I see it work very well. So we specialize just on top of funnel stuff.
Right, so you're doing lead generation campaigns like Facebook lead ads. You're doing also messenger lead ads also. And then you are making sure that the clients are able to jump on board and handle these leads very fast, right?
That's right, yes.
Okay, and what is your number one social media strategy? How did you learn it, and what happened when you tested it out?
The billboard effect.
Tell me about the billboard effect.
The billboard effect, very simple. Two ways. You create 4 commercial type videos, 3 or 4 for the month, and then you get 20 to 30 postings, even with a small budget, with 1,000 or 500 in ad spend. The commercial video you run with 80% of the budget, and then you retarget with timeline content just 20% of the time. 20%
so the commercial video, how do you make the commercial video?
The commercial video, exactly what I told you. Just interviewing, getting that question. Let's take the funeral example right now. We help you prepare your funeral, right? And then people that see people on a car wash, like because somebody died and whatever, they getting funds to be able to pay for that. They have that top of mind, and if it's already at the top of mind because of the billboard effect, because people know, oh, this lady, whenever they get up and see it when they're in the bathroom, oh yeah, now I know that I need that service. Okay, I'm gonna call her up. It's a very long sales cycle. We've been doing this for 1.5 years, but it creates a lot of familiarity, and the billboard effect is just for local. That strategy is just for local people, like salespeople, realtors, funerals, or even car sales. I have not done those niches, but the niches that I'm telling you right now, you create that, and then you get the client saying, I went to the supermarket and people look at me weird because they think they know me, and it's true because they're the lawyer in the billboard. So
I like that.
I'm gonna TM it, right? Trademark.
That's great, really powerful. So guys, if you don't know about these little things, for example, a Facebook lead generation campaign, you need to learn it. I do have training on that. I do cover it quite a bit. Google is also your friend. For example, you can just type into the Google browser how to do a Facebook lead ads campaign, and it's going to show you an exact article directly by Facebook on how to set up a Facebook lead ads campaign. If you're here right now on this Facebook Live, chances are that you understand the Facebook Business Manager already. You might have been listening to my content. Maybe I'm lucky that I have you here for the first time ever. You got to learn the subject a bit. Everything in life requires a learning curve. LeBron James doesn't go out of his mom's womb shooting three-pointers and dunking the ball. He had to develop that skill. Same thing with bicycle riding, same thing with any ability that you have. So you have to learn it, and you have to master that. So there's always a learning curve. So if you guys are feeling right now a little bit confused or lost, or you don't know where to start, then you got to go back to the beginning. One thing that I can tell you, for those of you guys that are here, I have free training and free education. You guys can go to manuelsuarez.com/mini courses, for example, and it's going to guide you directly to some series of courses that you can get done in the subject of Facebook advertising to get the basics of it, so you can just get yourself off the ground, at least while you develop that skill. But what Sergio is talking about here is the subject of lead generation on Facebook, something that I'm very passionate about. For example, You don't even need a website. Sure, a website is really important still. I'm not saying that you don't need one in your entire business career, but right now, if you have a business that requires leads, if you're trying to generate leads for a client or for yourself, well, you can do it without a website. You can go to Facebook Business Manager and you can create a lead generation campaign and have a very simple form that just gets the people through the process. You can extract the leads, the information, the email, the phone number, and be able to communicate with these people instantly. Sergio has a little bit more of an advanced system, so do I, because we have a CRM in place, which is a customer relations management software system that brings the lead in, and then we put a sales process in place to make sure that we follow up. So it depends, but it's very easy to start. If you, for example, are looking for a couple of leads a day, then you can just get started with a couple of steps and just get going with bringing some attention towards your business. So the breakdown of what he said is like a billboard effect. You grab your content, and how do you create that content? You put a series of questions that you know people will be interested in because it's your area of expertise. You have the content creator or yourself answer those questions. You go and you do some post editing. You can either hire somebody on places like Fiverr, Upwork, whatever it is that you want to use to break it into different pieces, add some graphics to it so people know what you're answering, and then you go to the Facebook Business Manager and you grab one of those pieces and you select a campaign called Lead Ads. That's the objective campaign, and then you go and you select an audience. That could be a local audience, that could be a national, wherever you can service, and then you select that video, add some copy on it, and then fill out your form for the Facebook Lead Ads form. When a lead comes in, that person is going to be sent to you. You're gonna get that programmed, and you're gonna have access to that in the Facebook Business Manager directly, so you can see whatever information you ask for. The email, the address, if you want to have the physical address, say that you have an alarm system that you can install on people and you can do free evaluations or roof inspections or whatever it is, you can get physical addresses, you can get emails, you can get phone numbers, you can get data from the customer, call them right away, let them know that you're on your way or whatever it is, and start delivering services to people by providing value. Now, one thing, I don't know what you think about this, Sergio, but one thing that I have seen for these campaigns, and you can either confirm or deny this, but I have a lot of data with my own things that I'm handling over here with the millions of dollars that we spend on advertising, is that even on cold traffic, you should not be selling directly to people. Like, for example, here's a little video that answers a certain question, comment below, or click below and give me your information so I can sell you a $99 system or $195 consult. I still don't do that because I have not seen that to be profitable. Why don't I, right now in this era, 2020, August, still COVID-19 environment, why am I not confident on going after a sale on cold traffic on that first contact? You guys, if you see me enough, you know that I talk against that. I talk about building audiences. That first contact has to be about something for them. You have to give them something that is real, not something that is made up, not something that you think is valuable, something that they know is valuable. A free inspection, a free visit, an analysis, an evaluation, a one-on-one consult. For example, right now with Dr. Berg, we launched a keto consult over the phone with actual keto consultants. We have a phone number now, and we're helping them, and it's a free keto consult. In my dad's business in Natural Slim, we have a free metabolism evaluation. In other things, we have quizzes, and we have surveys, and we have free inspections. There's many things that you can do, but that first point of contact, from that first video that they see, to them giving you the information, if you want to avoid skepticism, you gotta make sure that it's something valuable to them first before you go for the close. Do you agree with that, Sergio, or what have you seen? Have you gotten results going straight for a $99 package?
Not to a $99 package, but if it's a perceived value, we're running a campaign right now for a spa, and they do facials, and the facials are worth around $250. So people get very skeptical when you go for free. So we've noticed that $29 as an intro offer has worked, but the cost per acquisition is high. It's about $50 total with their costs and everything.
So you got to be willing to lose money on that first contact.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And if it's a small business that doesn't have the budget, yeah, they're not going to be able. I just turned down another lady that wanted to do a membership for $200 from cold, like too cold. She cured herself from an autoimmune disease, and she wants to help people do it. But she's like, I want them to pay me $200 a month, just because that's what it is. And I'm like, and you're the wizard here in Vegas. Well, come help us. And I'm like, nope, it's I won't take that because you're going direct to a $200 offer. You haven't proved yourself. People don't know you. They're not going to pay you $200 a month to show them how to cure themselves. Right?
And you got to have your integrity, right? You got to know, like, I'm not going to take your money because you're going to end up wasting your money. And guess who you're going to blame? You're going to blame me. And because of that, keep your money in your pocket.